You had spoken after the war. You faced some discrimination from the
Poland.
From the Polish people.
Mm-hmm.
Before the war, did you ever experience it?
See, the thing is, I was protected because I went to a Hebrew school.
Okay.
I had no connection with any Polish people.
Okay.
The only one is janitor that I told you, and the woman that cleaned, and the washwoman, because we had, Poland, you didn't have like here, so you wash home, and the washing took a whole week, So the washwoman, she was for years with us, so. And they were working for us, so they had to be nice.
Okay.
So she happened that they were nice.
Yeah.
And so I had no connection because in the morning I went to school. I came from school, I had some activities, and I had I didn't meet any Polish people. But I know Sylvester, which is New Year's, my mother, my parents didn't let me go out. Because that time people got drunk. Polish people are they like vodka. And they get, holidays, they get very drunk. And so it was dangerous to be on the streets. And also, I don't know if you're Catholic or not, but Poland was a Catholic country, completely Catholic. And the Catholics were also very prejudiced against Jewish people. So there was a priest, a very famous priest that preached last couple of years. He was very, 1937, 38. He was very friendly toward Germany, and he was preaching a lot of anti-Semitic. He said they were saying that Jews committed crimes, that they just did. They drank blood from killed Christian children, drank their blood, and especially for Passover, they use the blood for the martyrs. It was a very dark, not very cultural country, and the people they believed what the priest told them, because the priests were the teachers, and that was it. So it was very hard.
A short biography of yours that when you were in a work camp, you and several other women worked on sabotaging the German war effort.
Yes.
I'd love to hear more about that.
Well, we had little machines. They were boring holes in them, and those little tubes were put into bombs. So I tell you what it was. We lived in Hauptstadt. So Hauptstadt was we lived at the second floor. The floor up was a spinnery. They were working some materials, and down there too. So we were completely isolated. So we didn't know anybody there, the people. But we had. In our factory, I worked in a factory, I told you, they were making parts to, not bombs, but parts to bombs. There were French instructors. How do they come there? There was a part of Germany, but next to France, it was called Alsacia and Thuringia. I don't know if you know about it. And they had, during the war, the First World War, it belonged to France. Then it came back, it belonged to Germany. It was going back and forth. Hitler came into power. Just before the war, there was a plebiscite, plebiscite with voting. And they voted, they had the right to vote. Where do they belong? What they belong? Either they want to belong to Poland, or to France, or they want to belong to Germany. So the ones that voted for Germany, they left them in peace. The ones that voted for France, to belong to France, a lot of them they sent out, and they happened that they sent whole villages, the families, the people, the parents and the kids, and the whole villages, they sent that to different places. So one of the villages was in Hallstatt. So the men were working in the factories, and they were the our supervisors. So they couldn't show that they preferred us, or they did, but sometimes, when we were in Auschwitz, they shaved our heads, where we had no hair. But by the time we came to Hallstatt, we already have the hair. So those guys, those Frenchmen, they brought us a little mirror and a comb to her, a little Vaseline because we were dry from working, our hands were very dry, the skin. So they gave us a little Vaseline and some creams to, and so they encouraged us to do it. So he said, this was a drill, a little drill. So he said, we were supposed to drill it straight. So instead of drilling straight, we turned it over this way. So the hole did not match with the other part. So we had a big box and we threw those big parts in there, So that's how instructors, the French instructors, get away with it. They didn't, because they were supposed to count how many pieces we made. So we told the big shot that we have more pieces than there were already there, So that's how we made the holes the wrong way and put screws the wrong way. So that's all we can do. That was for us was a big deal, but it was nothing. But maybe it helped. Who knows? The only thing it helped that it delayed, delivery. Let's say we are supposed to have it. Each person had about 1,200 or 1,300 pieces, a day. So they put down that we made 1,300, 1,200, but really we made about 700, 800. So they are always short.
On the liberation from your camp with the Russian soldiers, their reaction to the camp, how was their reaction? Do you remember how they were?
It was very friendly.
They were?
Our camp was girls.
Mm-hmm.
And they were drinking, and when they were drunk, one time the commander of the camp sent to our camp was quiet, which was away from the war zone really. So we didn't know much was happening. But one day, that was the 8th of May, in the morning, nobody was there to open the door. So we were waiting for them to open the door. We didn't know the war was ended already, And a whole day nobody came. But we had a kitchen there, so we had some supplies to eat. And the next day, we had stones. The French men, they were worrying what happened, but they don't see any Jewish girls going out, because they were already free. And they didn't see us, so they said maybe they killed us or something. So they threw stones into because we were on the second floor, threw stones in the windows. So we went at the windows, they said, where are you? The war is ended, where are you? So we said, we cannot get out, we are locked in. So they got together and they brought some heavy iron stuff and they broke out the doors. And we came out,